Hello, my name's Jeff Amos. I am currently a student at the Department of Teaching, Education, and Leadership at Mississippi College. This presentation is on smart pen technology, its use in the classroom. We're going to talk about the features of a smart pen, applications, benefits, and challenges of that tool in the secondary classroom. So some background. Note taking is nothing more than a condensed record of source material that we generate while listening to a professor lecture or while we're studying or while we're observing a occurrence, whether it's in the classroom, outside of the classroom, in a lab. That's all we're doing though when we're taking notes is we're making a very condensed records of our observations. But effective note taking can be very difficult. It's got a very high cognitive load. It requires a balance of listening skills, comprehension. It has a high working memory load, and you have to do this while writing everything down. And that can be very difficult for adults, even more so for students within the classroom. So the ability to take effective notes, it it has its limitations when we're up against constraints such as time, constraints such as the lecturer's pace, distractions in the classroom, flipping through books, looking at pictures, things like that. It all increases our working load on our memory. It makes it even more difficult to take those notes. So, as technology has grown, we've come up with smart pens. A smart pen it takes a traditional writing pen and it combines it with digital features that allows it to record not only what you're writing, but your hearing. It captures your handwriting, it captures digital audio recordings and conversations or your annotated notes as you're possibly working on the lab or making observations. So you can go back to them later. Two examples of smart pens that are out on the market right now are the LiveScribe Echo 2 and the Neo smart pens. They're very similar in their features, yet some of them have a widened capacity of what they can do, and there's a very large price range between models as well as brands of pens. So the LiveScribe Echo 2 Smart Pen retails for $154.99. It can be caught on sale every now and then, can be gotten a little bit cheaper on Amazon or used through eBay, things like that. What's nice about the LiveScribe Echo 2 is that it records everything you write and you hear. So as a lecturer is talking and you're writing, it's recording what that lecturer is saying. It's recording what you're putting on paper and digitizing it. And even better, or what's so great about it is that the audio recordings are linked to your written notes. And to pull up the audio recording that goes with that linked note, you tap the word and it plays back the audio recording that occurred at the time you wrote that note. A great feature. They work with what's called the LiveScribe dot paper. It's paper that's printed with tiny, tiny, tiny micro dots. And the pen has an infrared camera that it senses those dots and finds its location on the paper and captures that text location so it can make a digital version of your text as well as link the audio recording location to a specific spot on your page. When you purchase a LiveScribe Echo 2 pen, it includes the LiveScribe software and it works with both Mac, Windows, Apple products, and Android products. So you can Bluetooth it to your phones, you can Bluetooth it to a tablet, you can Bluetooth it to your computer. And as you're writing, everything's being digitized and sent to either your phone, your computer, your tablets, whatever you have it linked to. This is an example of the LiveScribe Echo 2. It looks similar to a pen, yet they're a little bit chunkier. They have a microphone built into it, a charging port, an on-off button. They have a built-in speaker so you can hear your audio right from the pen. And then it has a ballpoint ink cartridge. Now, one of the downsides to these pens is that the ballpoint cartridge, the ink cartridge, is smaller than a traditional pen. So it takes replacement more, but you can buy replacements from LiveScribe. Now, I've got a video linked here of how they work I'd like you to take a look at. And I'll get it pulled over.
This is the Echo Smart Pen from LiveScribe. It records everything you write and hear. Write notes during a meeting or lecture. Draw diagrams. Mark important information. To replay, just tap your notes and high-quality audio plays back from that exact moment. You can jump forward or go back to notes from days, months, even years ago. The Echo Smart Pen connects to your PC or Mac computer by USB cable to transfer your notes and audio to Echo Desktop. After the transfer, your digital notes and audio come to life as an interactive document called a pencast. Pencasts allow you to hear, see, and relive your notes exactly as they were recorded.
Phone or other small device.
To search your handwritten notes, type in any word. Echo Desktop searches for every place that word appears in your writing. Stay organized with custom notebooks by combining pages from different notebooks. Notes can be transcribed into typed text by downloading an app that's sold separately. You can even share your notes and audio as an interactive PDF, viewable by anyone using a computer or mobile device. The Echo Smart Pen. It's time your notes worked for you.
Okay, so that gives us an idea of how the Echo Smart Pen works. As you heard in the video, there are add-ons that you can buy, additional apps that you can purchase. You are linked to using their ink cartridges for the pen, and you have to use their paper to have the pen work properly. Otherwise, it won't be able to digitize without those micro dots. So that's the LiveScribe Echo 2. There is also a Neo Smart Pen out on the market. And they have a huge price range. They retail for a basic Neo Smart Pen of $89 all the way up to $189, depending on the model. And the models have a lot of different features, more than what we can get into. What the Neo Smart Pen does is it focuses on converting your handwriting to digital text, and it uses optical character recognition to do that. Like the Echo 2 pen, it stores your notes on a phone, a tablet, a computer for you to be able to pull it up later. And it connects to Bluetooth devices and it uploads in real time. So as you write, it's uploading to whatever device you have it linked to. And again, it uses a infrared camera and looks for dots on the paper to locate to its coordinates on that page. What it does not have is the audio recording function that the Echo 2 has. It also integrates with cloud services like Google Drive, Evernote, OneDrive, so you can access your notes through multiple devices. No matter where you are, if you have links to that cloud service, you can access your notes. And like the Echo 2 pen, it requires that specially designed dot paper for it to work properly. This is an example of the Neo Smart Pen. You see it looks similar to the Echo 2 pen. It has a charging port. It has a ink cartridge that is proprietary to that pen, so you have to purchase their ink cartridges. It does have internal storage like the Echo 2. And depending on the model, it has various battery life. This pen, it turns on automatically when when the cap is taken off. And it works very similar to the Echo Smart Pen.
We are living in a digital age, flooded with smart devices. Despite the convenience digital writing lends, many still write on paper and scan or type up to archive their notes in smart devices such as PCs, tablets, and smartphones. We wondered how we would seamlessly integrate the analog way of writing and digital convenience by transforming what we write on paper. Voila! Neo Smart Pen M1 seamlessly digitizes your writings or drawings written on paper, syncs your schedule to online calendar, and transcribes your handwritten notes to digital text. Replay your note-taking process and your voice recordings synced to your notes.
Neo Smart Pen.
Share your ideas with others in real time. It is a piece of cake to send your handwritten notes via email. Left your smartphone at home? Don't worry. Neo Smart Pen will still capture your writings into its internal memory and sync to your smart device when connected again. With Neo Smart Pen and a smart device, you will have your own studio anytime, anywhere. All ideas start from the tip of the pen. Now, open your pen. Neo Smart Pen M1. NeoLab Convergence.
As you saw, that was the Neo M1 Smart Pen. It has features where you can link audio recordings to it. And as you saw in the video, you can, by tapping the envelope icon on your page, you can automatically email. And also, because it records in live time, you can work simultaneously or in group settings or as peer groups in the classroom and have what you're working on broadcast to a smart board so everybody can see what you're working on and work together, learn from each other, and build off of each other's work. Great feature for the Neo Smart Pen. So like I said, how these work is they use sensors that have infrared cameras and they can capture audio. The infrared camera captures its location and its coordinates on that paper. It works with special dot paper for accurate tracking, and it syncs to your digital devices, some through mobile apps, some straight to from the pen. And then your notes are saved and organized digitally and in real time, as well as on the pen. So if you did not bring your tablet, didn't bring your phone, didn't bring your computer, but you've got your pen in your notebook, you're in luck. You can continue to take notes and transfer them at a later time. So education applications for these smart pens is primarily note-taking and organization. You can capture very detailed notes with audio for review at a later time. You have wonderful support for learner differences. So students that have dyslexia, ADHD, that might have cognitive processing disabilities where they don't process as quickly, or there is perceptional awareness issues, that they have the ability to go back to their notes and pull up the audio in case that they miss something that the teacher said. And it greatly reduces the stress by relieving that working load memory that students have while taking notes. So if a distraction occurs, the bell rings, there's a PA announcement in the classroom that throws them off, that disrupts all the students, they can go back and they can hear that voice recording. Wonderful project-based learning. You can sit there as a group and collaborate, work on your paper, work on your notes, work on your part of the project, and it all gets broadcast up to the smart board. And you can sit there and discuss with everybody what's on your paper, and they can see it without having to get up and crowd around you and get out of their seats and create all that chaos that occurs in the classroom when people have to get up and change locations. It can help with creating writing and language arts. So you can, draft and brainstorm like you normally do, but you can save those drafts digitally now to be able to go back to them later in case they get lost, or, students bring drinks with them in the classroom now and something gets spilt on it. Wonderful science for the science lab applications. You can take notes as well as make a little audio recording for something that happened. You took a measurement, you saw an observation, you wanted to describe that observation real quick. You can hit that record button and record the audio of what you saw so you can go back later and write it down in Word format. So benefits of a smart pen, it really enhances note-taking efficiencies. Students are able to go back to their notes or go back to parts of a lecture by just tapping on that corresponding section of their notes. or that word in their notebook so they can hear what the lecturer said, to ensure what the lecturer had said, to ensure that they wrote down things properly, understood it properly, whether they got all the information down. It's been found that it improves retention because when students are using smart pens, they demonstrate that they can listen and they can try to understand more by not having to worry about writing down every single word the lecturer says. So they can work on that ability to understand. And it reduces the need to capture every single detail. You don't have to sit there with that stress of being afraid of missing a word while you're trying to write something down to get the thought from your head to paper. You know that you got it recorded. You know you can go back to it. It supports diverse learning styles. So it accommodates the auditory learners, the students that have to hear it because they're recording, the kinesthetic learners that have to be moving around, writing things. And it also helps those visual learners because they're able to put the pen to the paper and create a visual of what the lecturer said or what the teacher said. And then it actively engages students. They're more comfortable and confident that they're getting all the notes they need. So rather than sitting there worrying about missing something from a slide or not getting every word written down, they relax and they're more open to asking questions. They're more open to sharing thoughts because they know they can go back. Additional benefits of smart pens. You're combining the benefits of both a traditional and a handwriting handwriting pen. You've got the best of both worlds. You got that pen to the paper that's been proven to show helps in retention. And then it's easy to use after your learning curve. I mean, basically, you've got to learn how to charge a thing. You've got to learn how to do the audio recording. You've got to learn how to transfer notes, and that's it. Very small learning curve. Even though they're great, they do come with some challenges. One is the cost. I saw them the other day because they're sold out. The Echo 2 pens are sold out. I saw them selling on Amazon for $259. So they can be extremely high. They do require a little bit of training, but with our digital students now, they're tech savvy. It shouldn't take a student any time at all to figure out how to use one of those smart pens. One thing you have to do is remember to charge the thing. You got to remember to charge it. And because the ink wells inside the pen have lower ink volumes to accommodate the electronics within it, you got to make sure that you have your replacement cartridges with you. So big challenge there, remembering you charged it. And then it's dependent on special paper. You have to have that dot grid paper, that dot paper, so you can coordinate on the paper where your notes are. And then there's some issues and some current concerns about privacy. Student comes to your desk while another student's taking notes that are being recorded and you're discussing grades. That can be an issue. So there are some privacy concerns with those pens. So I conclude. They offer great valuable benefits for students. When they engage students and they insist in learning, they insist in memory, they assist in reducing cognitive load on the student so they can engage better in the classroom. They do have a high cost. There's a little bit of training and learning that goes along with them, and you have privacy issues. Sometimes that can be an issue in the classroom, but research supports that smart pens are very effective in improving retention, engagement, accessibility, learning, and overall better grades in the classroom. Thank you, and I appreciate your time.